Welcome to Business Pitfalls and Profits, where we unravel the captivating world of unfamiliar but successful corporations and explore the highs and lows of celebrity endorsements and partnerships in the business realm. Subscribe now to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you'll never miss an episode. And engage with me in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts, your insights, and even suggestions for future episodes. The popular fast fashion retailer Shein is facing a lawsuit filed by 3 independent designers who claim the company engaged in copyright infringement and racketeering. The designers argue that Shein sold exact copies of their work, violating the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, also known as the RICO Act. This act, which was originally aimed at organized crime, also covers copyright infringement. The lawsuit alleges that Shein has consistently committed copyright and trademark infringements, describing a long-standing pattern of misconduct. Small business owners have previously accused Shein of stealing designs, but complexities in fashion industry copyright law has hindered legal action against copycat clothing designs. Shein responded to the lawsuit by stating that they take infringement claims seriously and act swiftly when valid intellectual property right holders raise complaints. So founded in 2008, Shein is a Chinese-based retailer known for its affordability and trend-following fashion. In 2022, the company generated $100 billion in sales, offering a range of products from clothing to home decor. However, Shein's reputation has been marred by allegations of labor violations, including long working hours and unsafe conditions for employees. Environmental concerns have also been raised, as the company reportedly produces a significant amount of carbon dioxide annually. Amid these controversies, Shein has attempted to rebrand its image, especially in preparation for a potential initial public offering, also known as their IPO. Lawmakers have called for an audit to ensure the company does not use forced labor in its supply chain, further impacting its reputation. Despite these challenges, Shein emphasizes its commitment to respecting human rights and complying with local laws and regulations. Shein rapidly gained popularity among bargain-seeking Gen Z shoppers by offering a vast amount of affordable apparel. However, this ascent has been marred by numerous copyright infringement complaints from both major brands and smaller designers. Over the past years, Shein and its parent company, Zotop Business Company, has faced at least 50 federal lawsuits in the United States related to trademark or copyright infringement. Plaintiffs range from individual designers to retail giants such as Ralph Lauren Corp. And Oakley Inc. Shein has often settled with plaintiffs, sometimes blaming third-party suppliers for the alleged infringements. Despite the legal challenges, Shein maintains that it does not intend to infringe on intellectual property and requires its suppliers to adhere to this policy. They also claim to invest in improving their product review process and swiftly addressing legitimate complaints from intellectual property rights holders. Allegations of copyright infringement are common in the fast fashion industry, driven by the need to keep prices low and consistently updating the offerings. However, Shein stands out in the number of lawsuits it faces in comparison to its rivals. Since 2019, Shein has been named as a defendant in nearly 10 times more federal copyright or trademark infringement cases than the fast fashion competitor H&M. Experts view these legal challenges as an inherent cost of doing business in the ultra-fast fashion sector, often dubbed as the usual suspects for design piracy. Shein's ability to rapidly introduce thousands of new items at competitive prices is attributed to its utilization of China's efficient garment supply chain. The company frequently offers staples like t-shirts and shorts for $5 or less, particularly targeting Western consumers and embracing an online sales model accelerated Shein's growth during the pandemic. achieving a six-fold increase in sales to $19 billion in 2021. This revenue roughly matched that of the H&M competitor in that same year. One notable settlement involved Shein and Nirvana, LLC, the copyright owner of the 1990s grunge band. In January, Shein reached an undisclosed settlement with Nirvana, LLC, resolving accusations of unauthorized use of the band's artwork on its apparel, including Nirvana album covers on t-shirts. The sheer volume of items Shein offers for sale each day contributes to the high number of intellectual property claims against the company. However, not all complaints against Shein escalate to lawsuits, as artists like Tina Menzel have reported raising concerns about their art being used by Shein without their permission. In July 2020, a designer, Tina Menzel, confronted Shein about a t-shirt with her design of a cat and a skull, demanding its removal from sale. Shein admitted selling 15 of these shirts and offered her $40 in profits, stating they were obtained from a Chinese vendor, not manufactured by Shein. However, Ms. Menzel found her designs on more Shein products, totaling 9 unauthorized uses. Despite the dispute, Shein did not provide a comment on the matter. Another designer, Rhea Keller, shared her experience of Shein selling pens similar to her designs but at significantly lower prices, which she considers design theft. She highlighted the widespread issue of design theft by Shein and the substantial customer base they attracted. In a surprising turn of events, Shein and Temu, a new e-commerce platform, has been in the news as well. So Temu, a young Chinese e-commerce platform, has filed an antitrust lawsuit against Shein, marking an escalation in tensions between the two companies in the off-price shopping space. The lawsuit sheds light on the competitive landscape of the ultra-fast fashion business, with both platforms vying for success in the United States, despite challenges like fluctuating policies in China and political hostility in the United States. The legal battle began when Shein sued Temu for intellectual property infringement, alleging that Temu misled consumers into believing they were the same brand and sold products copywritten by Shein. Shein also accused Temu of using the word Shein in search ads that directed users to Temu's website. Additionally, Shein claimed that Temu operated imposter Twitter accounts suggesting affiliation with Shein and diverting traffic to Shein's app and website. In response, Temu has now accused Shein of violating United States antitrust law by preventing suppliers from collaborating with Temu. Their court filing states that Shein has mandated over 8,000 manufacturers to sign exclusive agreements and loyalty oaths, restricting them from selling on Temu. Temu also alleges that Shein is leveraging false copyright infringement claims to remove products from Temu's website. The legal dispute between the two platforms is ongoing, but is reflected in a race to the bottom in their competitive dynamics. Shein operates by collaborating with a vast network of independent Chinese factories. These factories create designs, manufacture products, and then sell them to Shein, which then handles the processing like listing the product, providing customer service for the clients, and shipping the product. Temu claims that Shein's dominant position allows them to coerce manufacturers into arrangements that prevent them from doing business with Temu. Both platforms have capitalized on cheap international shipping, China's manufacturing capacity, and the supply chain pioneered by Shein. Initially, they offered different products. Shein focused on apparel, while Temu focused on household products. However, they've become more direct competitors, expanding into each other's products' primary lines and vying for the same suppliers. Shein has deemed Temu's lawsuit without merit and plans to vigorously defend against the claims. Temu accused Shein of compelling suppliers to choose between the two platforms, violating the U.S. antitrust laws. Both platforms heavily rely on maintaining extensive networks of low-cost suppliers, making such accusations potentially detrimental for their operations. While Temu alleges this practice, it's important to note that it has faced similar accusations of coercion against its suppliers in the past. Exclusivity agreements in supplier relationships have been a common practice in Chinese tech industry history, where companies often prohibit vendors from collaborating with competitor platforms. However, such deals were banned by the Chinese government in 2021 as part of an antitrust initiative. The public exposure of these practices in the United States may not bode well, especially as both Shein and Temu has caught the attention of politicians and policy experts, viewing them as potential privacy and intellectual property threats originating from China. The accusations leveled against each other are likely to serve as ammunition for future criticism, raising concerns about their sustainability in the United States market. Politicians and policy experts are concerned about the potential impact of Temu and Shein on the United States economy, as they believe that Temu and Shein could lead to job losses in the United States fashion industry. Others believe that Temu and Shein could harm U.S. businesses by selling counterfeit products and infringing on their intellectual property rights. Some of the privacy concerns include the fact that both Temu and Shein collects a large amount of data from their users, including personal information such as names, addresses, email addresses, and payment information. There is also concern that Temu and Shein may be sharing this data with the Chinese government. There is also concern that Temu and Shein may be using that data to track the user's online activity and target them with politically focused advertising. The U.S. government is considering a number of policy options to address the potential privacy and intellectual property threats posed by Temu and Shein. One option is to increase scrutiny of Chinese companies that operate in the United States market. Another option is to enact new laws to protect the privacy of consumers and the intellectual property rights of businesses. It's important to note that Temu and Shein have denied any wrongdoing, and both companies have stated that they are committed to protecting the privacy of their users and the intellectual property rights of businesses. The lawsuit between Temu and Shein are still in their early stages, and it is unclear how the cases will be resolved. However, the lawsuits have raised important questions about the potential privacy and intellectual property threats posed by Chinese companies that operate in the United States market. In conclusion, know that these lawsuits are ongoing, so the fight has just begun. But take note, because it could reshape the dynamics of the ultra-fast fashion industry and set a precedent for competition practices in the e-commerce realm, while also challenging the traditional dynamics of the fast fashion sector. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Business Pitfalls and Profits. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe so that you don't miss our next one. And most importantly, like it, share it with your fellow entrepreneur advocates. And until next time, stay curious and keep thriving.